In recent years, Nintendo games have had this thing where they almost always leak early. Their street dates are broken, and they leak online before the official release of the games even happen. And we have our newest case of this happening with Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. But this is a little bit different. With most of the other early game leaks, at least to my knowledge, they tend to happen a day, maybe 2, maybe 3 days at a push before the actual launch of the game. However, Nintendo World Championships NES Edition is taking things to a new level. I am recording this discussion on the 7th of July, 2024. The game is not due to release until the 18th of July, 2024, and the game leaked yesterday, the 6th of July, 2024. This news is coming courtesy of fellow creator and member of the Smash Max community Discord server, The Litz. He did a couple of videos on his channels about getting the game early, and I thought it would just be interesting to discuss, because this is unprecedented in the world of Nintendo leaks. You know, it's not abnormal for a game to release early, to break street date, to appear online before the game releases, but it's never quite been to this level before. You know, the game isn't due out for a week and a half, and people already have their hands on it, which is crazy. So yeah, I thought I'd just discuss this. So I'm gonna leave a link to the Litz's videos in the description of this video, so be sure to go check them out. But the story goes that he just went into, I believe it was Walmart, it might have been Target, I don't know. I am not an American man. I don't know the difference between Walmart and Target, really. But it was one of those two shops. He went to the game section and he just saw that it was there, ready to be purchased. And so, naturally, he bought it. And he was very excited about this. And then he did a live stream and he's playing the game. Just the full deluxe version of the game readily available for him right now. And I imagine that he's not alone in this, because judging by the video he made, it wasn't hard. It wasn't a difficult thing for him to do. He just got the game from the shelf and then bought it, like the same you would do with any other game. So I imagine there's been at least a few more people who have also been in this situation, you know, maybe even at the same Walmart or Target. Again, I don't remember which one it was. Maybe they've been to the same store, saw the game just like he did. Maybe they didn't even know that it wasn't due out yet, you know? Maybe they were just a consumer who isn't super up to date on Nintendo news, and they just see the game, think it looks cool, and then they buy it, not knowing that they have broken the street date by over a week, which is just, it's crazy. So yeah, I don't have much to say about the game itself, because I have not watched all of the Litz's stream. I intend to at some point, but I just wanted to talk about it because it's fascinating how early games are becoming available now. You know, I imagine Nintendo is not best pleased about this. I sincerely don't know of a recently released Nintendo game that hasn't had its street date broken. You know, Tears of the Kingdom was a huge one. That one leaked online. It was running on emulators better than the Switch was able to run it before it had even officially released on the Switch, which was insane. And I know that the Litz mentioned in the beginning of one of his videos on the topic that apparently, I don't know how true this is, apparently Nintendo changed the day that they release games on from a Friday to a Thursday, specifically because street dates have been broken this way. The games have been being sold a day early anyway, so they're trying to kind of counteract that by also releasing games a day early, but clearly it's not worked. It's not had the desired effect. And I just find this fascinating. You know, I don't think that Nintendo World Championships NES Edition is going to be the most monumental game of all time, but like, can you imagine if this is still happening in September of this year, which, by the way, is only 2 months away? Like, if this is happening when The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom comes out, and that game leaks a week and a half before it's supposed to release, that's gonna be insane. And I don't know how this happens. I don't know how Nintendo can even go about preventing this from happening, but I know that they're gonna want to after this. If they weren't already motivated to try and, you know, put a stop to these leaks and street dates being broken, if they weren't already motivated, they sure as hell are now. I don't know. It's just funny to me. There's not like a huge point that I have to make here. It's just fascinating that a game is being released by certain shops this early. And I wouldn't be surprised if there are some sort of repercussions after this. Because, you know, I can't imagine it'll have that big of an impact on sales, but it's not a good thing for Nintendo's publicity, if anything. Like, if there's loads and loads of people getting their hands on a game before it's even officially released, and they're making all their videos and coming up with their impressions and stuff like that, I can't imagine it's something Nintendo's going to be okay with. You know, even if they are singing the game's praises, the fact that they're doing so before the world has full access to the games, Nintendo is a very, very protective company. So, knowing them and their tendencies, they're not going to be okay with this in the slightest. So, yeah, I just wanted to make this video. I wanted to discuss this to just put it in the history books, you know? This is a monumentous day in terms of Nintendo and their game releases. I genuinely don't think we will ever see a game having its street date broken by this much ever again. I think this is a truly unique happenstance. So, if you were able to get the game early, cherish it, man. Cherish the extra time you have gotten with this game, because Nintendo's coming for you. Like, let's not beat around the bush here. They're after you. You should run and also probably hide.